Little bit of drama. That's why I love staying up to say I told you so. But let me pretty much explain to you a couple things before we get into this, because I'm going for a victory lap here real quick, as I've always done, but people can continue to live in their delusion and say, well, it's better than nothing. Let's go on here. There are two types of people. People who get that I'm right, and people who don't get that I'm right yet. Here's how a Genshin Impact's lifestyle, a Genshin Impact player's lifestyle goes. And feel free to make a meme template of this and post it on Twitter for me to retweet if you like. Genshin Impact player, new player, starts the game. Oh, look, this funny bald guy. Look at him getting so angry about gacha games. It's pretty funny. Let me follow it. A couple more days later. Man, he sure is angry. I don't get what's going on. Why is he always so angry? Couple more weeks. Oh, Tectone, man, he's still angry. I don't get it. Everything's fine in Genshin Impact. I'm going to unsubscribe. 4 months later. Man, there's nothing to do in Genshin Impact anymore. Opens up YouTube. Realization. Oh, God. Tectone was right. Resub.
I know that feeling, bro. I follow you. I know what are you saying. You telling the truth, and but don't get it.
That's how it goes. And we all know it. But for those who don't know, there are things that I'm right about, and there are things that I'm not right about yet. And today we get to talk about something a lot of fun, because guess what, boys? When us Americans say shit, it doesn't matter. But guess what? When the things that the Americans say get to China, that's when we have the real opportunity for change. And that is all I try to do. People say, why do you keep beating the dead horse? Why do you keep beating the dead horse? And for anybody wondering, yes, I'm dressing like shit because I got out of bed to make this video because I was so excited about this. Well, I get to relax for a little bit because it seems my words and other people's words have made it to China. Because guess who's pissed off at Hoyoverse? Our Chinese brethren have received word that we're pissed and they're pissed too. Let me tell you why. Genshin's Douyin account has lost more than 1 million followers in a day. 1 million. 1 million. That is insanity. I've heard of thousands, but more than 1 million. Chinese players were dissatisfied with the Chinese New Year's rewards, after which a strike began. Apart from Douyin, people are also unfollowing them from other social networks. So, remember when I said that the rewards are shit and the update is underwhelming? Well, turns out China agrees with me 1,000,000%. And you want to know why? Because they have their head out of the sand and they're going to say what needs to be said. Now, what's crazy is when I've been saying this shit, since the goddamn announcement, I've been called negative, beating a dead horse, toxic. Why is he saying all this shit? Oh, but now that
Genshin gain a huge loss, bro. More than 1 million followers. What the hell, bro? After that, they're not doing better. Develop the game more better than their community is going down, 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 and down. And the time is come. No one playing Genshin Impact. I'm also doing Genshin Impact. I also have a mind to beat the Genshin Impact because there's no fun for me. I I want this game more powerful. I need to beat spiritual beast, and then I beat spiritual beast. There's nothing I can do in there. My heart is not responding to play a Genshin Impact more and more and more. I'm not playing Genshin Impact regularly, so that's the I don't know.
Chinese community have started weighing in on it. Oh, now what I'm saying is making sense. I'm going to say this once, and I'll say it 1,000 damn times. Constructive criticism is not toxic. Me saying that the game is shit is not toxic when it's treating its players like shit. I'm sorry. if you get upset because I want respect for the players that they so rightfully deserve. I'm sorry that I feel bad for the people who've been playing this game for 3.5 years and get treated like shit when every other one of their games gets more shit, when every other one of their games gets quality of life, when every other one of their games gets endgame. But the game that I once loved more than anything else gets treated like shit.
That's right, bro. I love this game in so much, so much. I love Genshin Impact, but I had not responding to play a game regularly. I don't know. I only had to. I'm waiting my weathering wave to launch. So then before then I play Genshin Impact. I need pattern weapon. I need constellation of Truth Nahita. Then I beat the spell base. I quit the game for sure.
Day after day, patch after patch. I apologize if that makes you upset. All I want is for the players to get what they deserve. And yes, I get a little bit obnoxious about it. You want to know why? Because me being obnoxious about it actually gets changed, i.e. the goddamn weapon banner. Do you think I just randomly bitched once and it changed? Hell no. I bitched for months about how much it sucked, and then thankfully the Staff of Homa incident had occurred, and then we got some change because that shit.
I also lose my 50-15 weapon banner, so I can go right now and play Genshin Impact for get Primo Gems, then play a event, then I grind some more Primo Gems, then I explore the Genshin Impact world, then I get the weapon, then I go to peace and I clear it, then that's enough for me.
To China. And now, once again, we should be seeing some change. And when we do, I'm going to make a follow-up because when China's angry, Hoyo versus Buckles. You're welcome, by the way, for all these motherfuckers have been on my case. Okay? You don't just stop complaining until change happens. That's not how that works. That's not me
Let's change the
beating a
quality
dead
of
horse.
the video
It's
here.
I'm going to
So
keep
we have the
complaining.
quality.
I'm going to keep criticizing until the changes that I want to happen happen. Otherwise, you have done nothing. Nothing. Why do you think 72-hour strikes don't work? Because if you don't continue to bitch, then they have no reason to change. They don't have any competition. They deserve this shit. Now, what I would like to say is what's very crazy is Tawano says, interesting to see what Mihoyo will do. When the CN community has something to say, I imagine Mihoyo I imagine Mihoyo usually possibly will act. Whatever the that means. Regardless. I like this decision. It's not toxic, but it has the chance to be impactful enough that the Chinese or the Genshin team pays attention and listens to their players for once. It sucks that this always comes down to CN actions. Oh, I know. I know. Now, I am going to say this once. Oh, and by the way, they've lost about 10 to 20,000 more follows on their TikTok and social media accounts since this has been posted. But if I said this once, I've said it 1,000 times. If you are not criticizing the game you're playing when it needs to be criticized, I apologize. You're an idiot, and you are part of the problem. It is the truth. Playing pretend and being Mickey Mouse and saying, oh, I love everything in this piece of shit isn't going to help anything. It's actually going to do quite the opposite. Because then what you're doing is anybody who tries to criticize the game to make it better, everybody's going to call him a freak. Everyone's going to call him a prick. They're going to treat him like shit, and then they're just going to give up. Just like I gave up multiple times. Because
Let's change the video quality 480 now. Now it's going better because the 720 is not going well because my net is shit right now for that. So let's change the quality of video and then we can see clearly.
why am I, genuine question, I mean this genuinely, why am I the content creator that is trying to fight the most to make this game good again? Genuinely. Do we not remember how good this game was on launch? Do we not remember how magical the feeling was when we all first started playing this game back in COVID? It was incredible. You cannot look me in the face and say that getting the same events, patch after patch, getting minimal zones to explore, patch after patch, having characters and weapon considered content, patch after patch, getting literal 50% of the rewards that the other games get, patch after patch. And then you want to tell me that the people who are saying that's a good thing are in the right? You're insane. That is the same reason why these dumb idiots end up on America.
That so though, that's so yeah. If they can't better gameplay, then don't want to play Genshin Impact for sure.
America's Got Talent, sing in front of millions of people, and they sound like shit. Because the people who care about them are too much of pussies to actually vent their frustrations. Content creators, I implore you, if you think things need to be fixed, vent those frustrations. And continue to vent those frustrations. A different opinion of you. Certainly would. But then again, I am not contracted. So I don't have to do all this fake ass, oh, I love the game no matter what bullshit, because it's disingenuous. Don't just do it on Twitch. Make a goddamn YouTube video. That way people actually see it. It has an algorithm. Because clearly things can change. And we can reach CN. Because even they know 4.4 looks like shit. Even though you guys understand the Lantern Rite Festival is to support Chinese New Year, right? And you know what they got? A skin selector. Gets a skin selector, and we don't. Even if they have to purchase PS5, that is still something more that they got and we didn't. I find that insane that people are just okay, that they'll treat one server better than ours. It's like you're into cuckoldry. It's like you like watching people, your significant other, because you're sitting there, and Hoyoverse is Hoyoverse is girlfriend, and then us Glow was like, huh, oh, maybe I can have some when you're done, and then he spit in your face and says, shut up, bitch, and continues your girlfriend. They treat the other server so much better. It's blatant. They only listen when the other server talks, and you guys are okay with that shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because at this point, you got to be into some freaky ass shit. And the worst thing is, when you're sitting there watching them your girlfriend, and some guy offers to help you, and he's like, yo, bro, you want me to get him off your girl? You're like, hey, shut the fuck up, man. Let him finish. He'll let me have a turn. I mean, he hasn't let me have a turn for 3.5 years, but, I mean, I can still masturbate here in the corner. Holy shit.
Bro, what the? It's like so insane. What the hell?
Guys, it's time to wake up. Because the reality is, there's going to be a new hashtag on Twitter. And it's going to be starting very, very, very soon. And let me tell you what that hashtag will be. Hashtag 3 years for 3 roles. Because the 3-year Chinese New Year anniversary will be rewarded with 3 polls after 3 years of playing their game. There's a multitude of reasons as to what I've seen so far, but it's mostly because of the comparison between HSR and Genshin. By the way, to all of you people who say, stop comparing HSR and Genshin. By the way, the people who they listen to, China, yeah, they do it all the time. But if you want to call me toxic for doing that as well, well, then I guess you'll call me toxic when your game actually gets fixed, because that's what China did to get Hoyoverse to buckle. But you can keep on saying I'm the bad guy, you dumb. And yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off because once again, let me tell you what, I feel like I'm your dad at this point. Because you're like, I have to get Hoyoverse to buckle.
The way that they delivered is saying thank for the company in those past 3 years, giving out 3 roles, instead of 10,000 more followers.
But you can keep on saying I'm the bad guy, you dumb. And yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off because once again, let me tell you what, I feel like I'm your dad at this point. Because you're like, I understand that people
अस्सलाम वालेकुम भाई, क्या हाल चाल है? Okay. They dropped 3 million followers lost, bro. What the hell?
Because I understand that people who watch me watch my videos. I get it. And you might be one of those people. I feel like I'm a dad to these people. Because I gotta explain the most basic ass shit. Because I'm a little bit bald, because I'm a little bit intense. They get a little bit scared and they sit there in their pajamas like, why won't this bald man go away? Why did you keep yelling at me? Because you won't listen. Everything that you have told me that I'm doing is wrong. China does it and it gets results. So if more content creators voice their concerns like I do, we will also get change. I feel like it's obvious, but apparently it's not. Because I've been telling these people this shit for 3.5 years and they still don't get it. The way they delivered it is saying for the company these past year to only give out 3 roles. And by the way, they just lost 10,000 more followers. One of these days, I'm going to give up. Because dealing with this stupid fan base, not all of them. Not all of them. Because I mean this genuinely. Not all Genshin Impact players are bad. To be honest, the majority of Genshin Impact players are great. They're great people. I love meeting them at the cons. Do you want proof of that? I actually love Genshin players. I don't mind them at all. I think they're great. I even go to cons and I even took this photo the other day saying I love the Genshin community with Nahida and Diluc cosplayers, and they were wonderful. But this whole narrative of I hate every Genshin Impact player, I hope you know, it's just not real. I love the game. I love the players. But limp dick, pencil neck mother content creators who say that I'm toxic because I'm trying to voice my concerns for the game to make it better again. Because I know Genshin, it's certainly not as good as it once was. Fontaine was a great step, but we've lost a lot of momentum. The primo gems have not been fixed. No permanent content has been fixed. So why are we not bitching still? Why are we not giving our criticism still?
Right, bro. That's right. That's so totally right, bro.
I don't know. But apparently, that's just me being a bad guy. Regardless, I will keep you updated when Hoyoverse addresses this, because they will. But you know what the worst thing is? When Hoyoverse addresses this and compensates CN, but doesn't compensate North America and global because, well, we sure seem happy because guess what, guys? Unfortunately, if you're not happy and positive about everything, when Hoyoverse's throat your mom right in front of you, you're dismissed as toxic. That's Genshin Impact in 2024, guys. Hope you enjoy getting nothing, but maybe there's hope. I guess we'll see.
Let's see, bro. There's a one more video he's posted on Genshin about the Genshin fight and HSR. So let's see.
Because I understand that people who watch me watch my videos. I get it. And you might be one of those people. I feel like I'm a dad to these people. Because I gotta explain the most basic ass shit. Because I'm a little bit bald, because I'm a little bit intense. They get a little bit scared and they sit there in their pajamas like, why won't this bald man go away? Why did you keep
I know that, bro.
We got another Honkai Star Rail Genshin Impact co-post. Oh man. This is a whole ass PhD college English thesis. Okay, they put their heart and soul in this. You know what's crazy? Instead of writing all this shit, they could have gone outside and gotten an education and maybe actually got a job above minimum wage. That way they could stop having to be free to play by not choice. It's like being an incel. You know, like being able to spend money, that's the good life, right? We all want to get there, right? But these people who are free to play by choice, what a sad day. Anyways, before you type, hey, Tech Donut, listen, I'm from a third world country. We don't get money down here, man. I can't be spending on gacha games. I am so sorry. Okay, but in my head canon, right? You gotta understand, in my head canon, this guy is just some loser, right? Who lives in his mom's basement, you know, eating KFC buckets off of his fat belly, who really wants to pull for kecking so he can masturbate to her, but he can't because he's broke, right? Anyways, that's my head canon. What's yours? let's get right into it. Where are my glasses? Let me have my glasses here. 1 second. Okay, before I begin, let's get right into this. All right, here we go here. So, I hope you guys realize that Honkai Star Rail does not have open world exploration, which gives a massive amount of pull currency in Genshin. Has released a lot more characters than Genshin since launch, is way less free-to-play than Genshin will ever be.
I love this guy. What the hell?
Okay, so first off, you're wrong. Does not have open world exploration, which gives a massive amount of pull currencies in Genshin. Yeah, you want to know why they give you all those pull currencies? Because otherwise, exploring the world is not worth it. Okay? And I'm going to just keep it 100%. Okay? You would spend 1/100th of the time exploring the world if it did not give you all those rewards. And that's sad, because exploring the world should be a reward in and of itself. Has released a lot more characters than Genshin since launch. First of all, Genshin Impact has a lot more characters than Honkai Star Rail. Okay? Now, I'm going to correct you. What you meant to have said is Honkai Star Rail has more characters released than Genshin in the same time frame. That's what you meant to say, but instead you were too busy being inducted and using one too many H's. Okay? Let's continue. It is way less free-to-play friendly than Genshin ever will be. That's not true. 5-star every patch. And I know that because that's what I do. I get a new 5-star. How's your Aloy? Anyways, I'll be back to using my Doctor Ratio. That needs newer units to clear them, especially with how absolutely gross the power creep is in that game. Units labeled as the best unit as of now get power creep within like the very next patch. People are still clearing Abyss with Hu Tao. First of all. Second of all, that's a gacha game. Third of all, the units may be power crept. Much move because it makes no sense. Let's keep going here. Every time we get map expansion in Genshin, the amount of primos from exploring the area are equivalent to one multi, which is what HSR gives away from the free 10 pulls at the start of each version. If they didn't do that, people would stop playing the game. First of all, that's not true. 2, you're making a lot of assumptions. 3, you also say worth of exploration. You get one multi. No, you don't. You have not been getting one multi of pulls every patch. No, you haven't. That is literally just a straight up lie. And I'm also going to
Next, I'm going to
hopscotch and go even further here. First of all, that's a bold-faced lie. Let's break this down naturally. Okay, you get 5 gems from collecting a chest. Okay, so let's do 1,600 divided by 5. You think 320 chests are added every single patch? Is that what you think? You're telling me every single patch of Genshin Impact adds in one multi of chest every new patch. How is that even possible? When a new map isn't even added every patch? You are just straight up lying for the sake of lying. What are you, a Tectone viewer? You're insane. Because the problem is, I know that you think, this person thinks that they're spitting right now. And 2.1 thousand people agreed with this shit. Because you can just make shit up, suck the dick of Genshin Impact, and everybody goes, I like this. I really like this. Oh, it's so good this day. I love this so much. Like,
This
oh my
bro is fucking insane. You can follow him. He's so good. He's a good content creator, and MTech also is a good content creator.
God, these Twitter users are so retarded. It's insane. Like, mental illness is like an AOE DOT on Twitter. It's insane, right? It's just not true. It's legitimately not true. Is what it is, but I hope they have fun living in their own delusion. Let me also break the news to you. On top of the 10 free multi you get every patch.
You're streaming late.
Shut the up, bro. I literally went live at 8 a.m., you ungrateful piece of shit. I'm streaming early as... Not to mention, you also... Gem calculation? Okay, here we go. Domain expansion. Unlimited cope. I hope you guys realize that Honkai Star Rail does not have open world exploration. Okay. Genshin bookkeeping. Okay, so on 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.6, you get 169 free pulls off launch. 69, 68, 66, 59, 61, 69. These are the actual numbers. Okay? So when you make things up, things sound very convincing until you see it's an absolute lie when you just put them side by side. So here's the thing. You can just lie and argue with your emotions and argue with your feelings, but Honkai Star Rail literally almost gives double the pulls of Genshin. Okay, so
Yes,
you can
but
continue
that's true,
lying
bro.
for
That's
fun,
true.
and I hope that
That's
makes you
true.
feel better, but no amount of cope or
If you
misinformation can
if you
change
clear
the reality.
the
Let's continue. Genshin's
Forgotten
combat is
Hall, they give
ridiculously
you
easy because it's a
minimum
massive open world.
225,000
The gacha and endgame combat mechanics end up being less
minerals.
important compared to other gachas that are built around the novelty of pulling new characters and
2,200
ever-changing
multiple
meta. It's very
15,
free-to-play
they
friendly.
give
No,
you
Genshin's combat is
3,000
ridiculously
gems.
easy because it's a
3,000.
game marketed for children. All right, moving forward. It's true Genshin is especially stingy with its rewards. And once again, there's nothing wrong with the game being marketed for children, but it is a game for children. And if you disagree with that, explain Paimon. Once again, there is nothing wrong with playing a kid's game, but Genshin is a kid's game. Why do you think I play less of it? I'm 30 now, man. What do you expect? It's true that Genshin is especially stingy with its rewards, especially when it comes to honoring a player base that's stuck around for 4+ years. But you really can't compare it to HSR system. Not when we know it's going to take Dr. Ratio approximately 4 patches to get B tier DPS status. It took Aloy 30 seconds to get triple F tier. So first of all, your point's stupid. 3, your argument is rooted in things that have not happened yet. 4, I thought you just said Genshin Impact was more generous than Honkai Star Rail. 5, honoring a player base that's stuck around for 4+ years now. They have not made a single change that has honored their very, very respectful and dedicated
That's true, bro. That's true. That's true.
player base. They do not give a about the people who have been playing their game. They only give a about getting more new people to play their game. That's why patch after patch we see more and more FOMO, more and more, oh god, if I don't do this I'm going to miss out, more and more sudden burst and no end game. No end game whatsoever. This is the most cope shit I've ever seen. And the fact that people are agreeing with this is insane to me. Before anyone takes this as a dunk on HSR, that's what you're trying to do. Because this tweet so a waffles and pancakes. Let me try to read this again. Sorry, my problem is I forgot that the person writing this is an idiot. Before anyone takes it as a dunk on HSR, because this tweet so a waffles and pancakes case is more likely than not. What the are you talking about? The power creep constant meta shift in HSR is balanced by the large amount of rewards. The game is perfect for a specific TG. It's just a totally different model from Genshin. So before you were saying it was bad, but now you're saying that it's good. Probably because you got too much hate, right? So you backpedaled on your original take. And yeah, you did backpedal because this was posted 2 hours after you got shit on. And now you're backpedaling because you're a little pussy bitch. Let's continue. The novelty in HSR lies in pulling, building and playing new units and applying new mechanics to its challenging endgame content. Without the very giving rewards, it would quickly lose its player base. Hence why HSR and Genshin are different and incomparable measuring scales. First of all, they can be compared. They're a game made from the same company in the exact same genre. Gotcha. They're very comparable. 2, imagine that. A game company that's very not vulturistic with their pulls in a territory that is entirely predatorial of gotcha. It's very, very, very rare. And isn't that kind of nice where your player base can get new units and use them and have fun in a constant shifting meta and endgame environment? It's a very good thing now, isn't it? Muted. Final thoughts. I hope you all know you can drop a game you hate. Genshin is for open world exploration lovers like me. I agree. I 1,000,000% agree. If you do like walking around and exploring the world, go for it. Play it. It's free. It's good, right? Have fun. Walk around. It's pretty enjoyable, okay? I will say this. The story of Genshin is really not that good. It's not. It's long, it waffles, it's all over the place, and it really ain't that deep. Unless you read the books. Do you really want to read the books? Not really. I like enjoying Genshin's story being told to me by content creators, people who are very passionate about the game and hearing their perspective on it. Because the story itself is good, just not when it's told in the game. That's the problem, right? Because they just kind of beat a dead horse. They really try to force it into you that you already know, and it's really irritating. But yeah, if you like exploring the world, the combat's really not that great because you can't use it anywhere. But if you do like an open world exploration game, go for it. Genshin Impact is great for that, 100%. HSR is for people who like turn-based combat heavy gacha. Well, and also good story. And also good world building. I think it's great. I feel like HSR is very good for combat, and it's a nice little world. There's very good characters. I feel like the story is very fun and very fast-paced, which I really enjoy. Do yourselves a favor and stop playing a game you are this unhappy with. Everyone else is perfectly fine. Yep. So what this post is saying is, unless you blindly accept everything that Genshin Impact ever does, and unless you're a mindless drone with no ability of conscious thought whatsoever, go ahead and drop the game because my little feelings get hurt whenever you say that Hu Tao isn't real. Yeah, this person is pathetic, and they need to get a fucking grip. It's very clear they were trying to dunk on HSR and then got backpedaled when they were exposed to actual logic. Imagine that. This is a classic example of how the Genshin Impact community argues everything with emotion and how it makes them feel versus, get this, right? This is going to blow your mind, rather than argue with things that actually happened. What a world we live in 2024. Insane. The poll comparison is such a misconception, though. There's a spreadsheet that is being constantly updated to compare the charity HSR does many characters as HSR to have a complete immersive game experience. Oh my god. 600 people.
The hell, bro? They're doing what they are. They're telling, bro. What they're telling. That's insane, bro.
Upvoted that. If you really want to feel immersed as Eula's boyfriend, you don't need as many polls, because you only need 160 polls to secure your waifu, and then you get married in the game of Genshin Impact. That is insane. You cannot convince me in a million years that this thread is not botted. There is absolutely no way. What a joke. This is why nothing will ever get better, because people like this are real, and they get celebrated en masse. Well, boys, what do you think, Genshin Impact players? The guy, listen, I know a lot of y'all watch my videos because you hate me. I get it. I get it. I don't even care. First of all, shout outs to all y'all who do like me. That's great. But I understand I have a lot of people who watch me because they can't stand my ass. I want to ask you genuinely, do you agree with this guy? Do you not want to be rewarded for being dedicated and loyal to a game that you love? Is that what you want? Do you want me to stop? Do you not want change in your game? Genuinely. Do you want them to only reward new players and say the loyal fan base like Genshin Impact has been doing for 3+ years? I want to know genuinely your thoughts. When you get to this part of this video, you tell me why I should stop advocating for change in Genshin Impact. I dead ass will. Straight up. This shit is insanity to me. And I have no idea why so many people advocate for a game where their devs treat you like shit. You know it's true. You know it's true. You've been playing Genshin Impact for almost 3.5 years every day, and you get breadcrumbs, bro. You get breadcrumbs. That's just my opinion. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. See you, boys.
Okay, bro.
Made the worst possible version of artifact loadouts. I know this is something the Genshin community has been asking for a very long time. How on earth did they possibly fuck it up?
All right.
Already starting with the pissed off. All right, I'm gonna keep it 100%. I have a feeling MTash
Bro,
is already pissed as hell in this video. Okay, let's see where he takes us, boys.
Let's have a little chat.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
wasn't sure I was going to talk about this. I
I'm glad you
didn't
did.
think I was going to talk about it. I asked chat, should I discuss it?
Yep.
I'm going to discuss it.
Okay.
And the reason why is because I asked for a 5-star on this normal poll, and
Yep.
I got a pain slasher. Okay, so I have to do it. I want
That's
to
rough.
talk about this developer notes,
Yep.
all right? As soon as I read this today...
Now, I want to make this very clear. I had the opportunity to read these myself. But if there's anything I love in this world, it's MTash being absolutely
I know, bro. I know. That's why I love Tectone. I love Touch. That's why I'm only seeing their videos to get what they telling what they. These people so much fun to watch.
Miserable with the state of Genshin Impact. It gives me joy. Everybody else like, oh, MTech, you're gonna quit Genshin again, dude. Do it, please. The videos they fuel me. They're so funny. It's so good. It's like a 80-year-old man being upset when he's watching track racing because why would anybody want to do that? And then you realize the only reason why he's upset is because he can't figure out how to have fun with it. You know, it's good because Genshin is not for him, and I just love seeing that. It just makes me smile. Right? It's like an old man waving his fist. Those meddling kids being too happy on the swings, bro. It's so funny.
Today, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, they actually are gonna do artifact loadouts. Like,
Nope.
Bro, we've been asking about this for years.
They gotta fuck it up somehow.
We've been asking about this for years.
Yep.
But I think they failed.
They did.
I think they botched it here.
They did.
It's not a great sign.
And you want to know why it's not a great sign? Because they fucked it up. And because the loadouts aren't loadouts, that means that loadouts are never coming because they're saying, here you go. Take this bullshit and like it. Now, doesn't that sound familiar? You'll take it, you'll play it, and you'll like it. That should pretty much be Hoyo versus model so far with Genshin Impact because it is truly just, you'll play it anyways, dumbass.
Because when they botch something this hard,
Yep.
they're either not listening,
Lizzo.
or they're not competent.
True. It's both.
But something has gone awry here. I think they don't understand what people want.
Yep, imagine
That's
that.
not a good thing.
Yeah, I know. And you say you think they don't know what people want. Yep. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you think they don't know that people want better rates on the gacha pulls, or people want a more open world that's more filled with mobs and not the only reason to explore it is quest and chest? You don't think they don't know that some people want more endgame? You don't think that they know that they want Paimon to stop fucking talking? You think people don't know that they want to remove 90% of the filler from fucking dialogue? Like, you think they don't know that they don't want the community to stop giving death threats to the fucking community? You think they know that they don't want some fucking criminal voice acting Tainari? Well, let's make it 3 times, boys. Like, I mean, this shit is fucking crazy out here, dog. They don't know because they're literally not listening.
But they have completely botched this artifact system,
Yep.
in my opinion. So
Yep.
what you can do is you can do a quick loadout, or you can do a customized loadout. And
Okay.
I mean, early on, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But when you start realizing what this system truly is, it's honestly, it's pretty garbage. I'm sad about
Now that they have this
alright?
technically
Let me
fulfilled,
explain.
the artifact loadouts of people can stop
So
asking.
you can do
stop
a
fulfillment
customized
is muzzled.
loadout.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
can choose the artifact,
I agree.
the main affix. You can choose the set type, the minor affixes, all this different stuff. But I'm looking
Yep.
at it, and unless they change it,
They
you
won't.
can't force it into a particular set, or say emblem set with the most crit possible, or
Okay,
know,
guys, I'm
Deepwood
coming.
with the most
so you
EM
can see the video
possible.
here.
Yep.
So I'm coming.
all you
so
can do
bad.
is say, show me the crit rate, show me the attack percentage, show me the money.
Yep.
And you can set it up with minor affixes and stuff, and that's cool. And you can choose between different pieces, and that's fine as well.
People
If
like
you
Slime
watch
are the
this,
problem. Never criticize
this
anything.
is all
Genshin.
right.
Yeah. Okay, but you gotta understand. The people who don't criticize Genshin, the content creators, it's not that they're happy with the game. It's because they've willingly signed an NDA with Hoyoverse for money. They literally have chosen to silence themselves for the addition of revenue, which me personally, I truly don't believe in long-term arrangements to promote a product that you don't believe in underneath the guise of everything is positive all the fucking time. It is literally hush money. I believe some creators' Hoyoverse contract have come to an end as of January. And you know what the crazy thing is? I've even talked to some of them. They say, well, I don't want to I don't want to vent my grievances now because they might offer me another one. So now they've been coerced into believing that they might be receiving another Hoyoverse contract, so they actually still might not vent their grievances, which is just the best thing ever to hear.
But essentially, what they've done is if you go into your characters here and you go into a character, essentially what they've done is they've given you the ability to do this, which is swap quickly and just put on what they think is going to work.
Well, that doesn't work because they themselves don't know how to play the game. What's this? This isn't the system we've been begging for since it doesn't memorize your specific loadouts, only allows you to search quicker through what you own and then equip it. Doesn't look like you can sort off pieces or 2-piece plus 2-piece insufficient either. Better than nothing. How about, instead of saying better than nothing, why don't you just say this system fucking sucks? Like, why even try to have a positive spin on it? Just say it fucking sucks because we all know it fucking sucks. To be honest, saying it's better than nothing is the worst take possible because this means instead of getting what we actually want, we will never get it. Like, bro, I hate that shit. Just say that it's fucking dog shit and move forward with it, bro.
Which, I mean, isn't that valuable. I mean, anyone with a brain can throw on some basic artifacts. And so they've essentially added a system like that, which is fine. But at the same time, essentially, all they've done is added this. All they've done is add a sorting feature to go through your different stuff.
They didn't have that already?
Like, that's fine. It will definitely make it so you can search easier and make a build
They didn't
easier.
have that already?
But this is like a really basic function that HSR has, and like 4 years later, Genshin has added it. I'm not saying it's a bad system, but this isn't what people asked for, and this isn't what people wanted. It's cool that it's going to be in the game, but what people wanted, and what I wanted especially, is...
To what my understanding is, be able to sort your artifact sets and then be able to title them and have pre-equip or pre-equipable artifact sets to make swapping shit way easier. I don't know how that's hard at all. It would be so fucking easy. I'm gonna you. They can make that shit over the weekend because I've done the whole game development. I've known many game developers. A system like that would take zero time at all. Like if it's really not in the game by now, it's specifically because they, one, don't want to, or two, don't give a fuck what you want. There's no way to spin it any other way.
This. If you look at my Raiden Shogun right now, she has a gilded set on because I'm using her in EM. I'm doing a Hyper Bloom Raiden Shogun. I want to be able to press a button down at the bottom and go, do my emblem set. Swap to my emblem set, swap to my Engulfing Lightning, and pop off with my damage.
Absolutely.
But now, what I have to do, every single time I want to do this, I have to go into my artifacts, and I have to go, all right, where's the cracked emblem piece that I wanted? And I can search for it, I can switch it up. Is that the one? Okay, let's go with that. Where's that other piece? I think I gave it to Xingqiu. That's the one? Perfect. We'll take that one too. And I understand that I can filter it, right? I can filter the sets. I can search by different stats. But the loadout system they've added is essentially just this.
And that's what I really don't get, because all this does is playing devil's advocate here. It does increase player retention by having players to have to do that with their artifacts. It does make their analytics go up in China, which they can sell to corporations. But the problem is, when your player retention is increased by systems that are broken, bugged, or not working, that retention isn't a positive experience. And I don't know why they're reinforcing that, right? I understand they can sell that to more advertisers by artificially increasing the amount of time that people have to play the game. But when people spend time playing a game that feels inadequate or undesirable, that is going to lead them to quit at an earlier date, or at least for any game that's not Genshin Impact, because for some reason people accept everything wrong with this game with a smile and say, yes, Hoyoverse, please continue shitting in my fucking mouth.
I can already do this. So what's the point of this other system? It will allow me to find approximately the best loadout.
Yep.
But you can't save the loadout. and it won't steal artifacts from people that have them equipped.
Yep.
So
what's the point?
If I want to switch my Raiden Shogun from the gear that I currently have on to something else, I have to steal it still.
It feels like a puzzle, you know? It feels like a Genshin Impact puzzle. Like, oh, now you gotta find all the Xingqiu artifacts before you want to swap. Yep. And then when you do that, you'll unlock a cool prize. You'll be able to play the game again. It's a cool little prize. Let's see what Toronto's saying. Why can't they actually just give us real loadouts for Genshin? Because I will say this for the 1 millionth time. They don't give a fuck about your opinion. They've never gave a fuck about your opinion. They will never give a fuck about your opinion. Because the toxic, positive Genshin community will open their mouth and let Hoyoverse shit in it and smile. Cool. Hopefully that makes sense. Because it's really not that deep. And it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard to understand. Because I'll be real, bro. If someone can get paid millions of dollars for doing nothing, why would they want to do something? Genuinely. Like, why? If I could sit here just like this and crank my shit all day and receive billions of dollars, why would I do anything else? You know what I'm saying? Like, genuinely, you missed the opportunity to say, better than nothing. Oh, shit. Better than nothing, guys. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not. I hate this. I got to put a positive twinge on everything. You want to know why? Because positivity sells. It does. That's what these little kids want to hear. They want to hear, everything's okay, guys. Everything's great. Oh, poggers, Genshin. It's not. It's not. Like, this is a blatant slap in the face for everyone who actually wanted a good amount of change. They could have came out with a huge W. Genshin finally gave us artifact loadouts, and they nailed it. And imagine how happy that would have made everybody. But instead, no, bro. No, absolutely not. And it's bullshit. Because I understand to have a bigger channel on YouTube, you have to be like this positive, toxic cuck. You have to be. You have to be like, oh, this is the best. This is the hypest. Like, nobody wants to hear some guy bitch forever. But unfortunately, until my refrigerator works again, I'm going to bitch because all my food's gone rotten. It's annoying. It was broken when she bought it. Yep. It makes no sense. It does make sense. It's just irritating.
Like, the new system doesn't just steal it away and get, oh, that's the one I wanted. It won't actually take them from anyone else. And so what is the point?
Yep.
It's essentially just this system again, but only for artifacts that aren't equipped. All the ones that are equipped are locked in place.
What's the point?
And so it's like, I can't just quickly swap the way I want to anyways. I still have to go through and figure out, okay, what was the flower that I was using? No. This one, no, that's not it. This one, okay, that's the one. I know that this was the one. It's got all the crit damage and crit rate.
Yep.
But unless I'm doing...
Side note, holy shit, I'm dashed. That piece is fucking crazy. 40% crit value with 19 elemental mastery and 5% energy recharge. We're just glossing over that. That's insane.
That unless I'm willing to do that, like nothing has changed. So it just feels like a letdown because I was very excited with the idea of being able to swap between builds, swap between even weapon sets down the road would be so cool. Being able to just go EM Raiden Shogun, damage dealing Raiden Shogun, and with certain units, I mean, I don't think it's imperative to have the different choices, Well, like, it would be cool to have a world where I could swap between, this set with the charge
Yep.
damage and then an EM set and test.
Yep.
And just make a set that's the highest EM possible on, let's say, Deepwood.
And this isn't like a hardcore game theorist request, because then I would get why they would deny it. This is a change that would benefit every single player that plays the game, because a lot of characters have to, or a lot of people have to swap around sets because they don't have many artifacts, and they can't just have a unique set for each character. So it benefits casual players, it benefits hardcore players, it benefits every single player in the game, and it is of no cost to Hoyoverse. So why don't they just add it? It is literally basic QOL.
And do another highest EM set on Gilded Dreams. And so if I swap characters to that, I know that's the highest EM possible. If I wanted to do another one, the highest EM possible on the Verdescent set,
Yep.
I would love to do that. Or highest energy recharge rate possible.
You know what it is? They're probably saving up for a new Adventurers pack for $29.99 that will allow you to equip one loadout per purchase. So once you buy $300 worth, then you'll be able to have 10 artifact loadout sets. It's probably a paid DLC, to be honest.
But I can do that. I can do that right now if I really desperately wanted to. I can sort through, I can search for those substats, and I can manually do it. And that's what I will still have to do.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I just feel like they kind of failed here a little bit.
And it really sucks because you can tell. This is the thing. This is the reason why I love Untashed. Because after all these years, he still has not truly given up on the game. Because you can hear the pain in his voice right here.
Kind of failed here a little bit. I wish they added a system where maybe I could prioritize stats and be like, hey, I want the highest EM, the low.
So this is why MTash is really good at being married, right? Because no matter how shitty it gets, he'll just stay and say, oh yeah, it might get better. You know? Like, he's got to be a very, very, very good husband. Like, you know, like bro could just have a wife that just fucking does nothing all day, and it's probably, well, maybe she'll do something again. Well, maybe I'll stick around for a couple more years. You know, like, people like that, they're great. They have actual loadouts. Wait, hold up. They have actual loadouts, but it's in the TCG. Stop, bro. Stop. Tell me you're joking. Tell me you're fucking joking. There's no way. There's no way there's TCG loadouts. There actually is. Oh my god. So that's already in the fucking game? Hop in and check for yourself. I gotta update it. I'm good. I'll pass.
Lowest crit damage and crit rate. I want lots of ER. Show me that build.
Yep.
And at least give me the option to see it. But it doesn't appear that that's going to happen because they're locked in place on characters. If it just showed me, didn't even steal them, but it showed me where they were or something, some way of allowing me to efficiently steal all the pieces without sorting through them and looking at them again, it's probably a win. But you have to remember, this is 4 years.
Yep.
This is a 4-year-old game. This is...
Tell me Genshin has not been out for 4 years. There's no way. Okay, alright. Bro is capping. Okay, it's 3 years. It's 3 years and some change. MTash, you almost gave me a fucking aneurysm. Okay? Just do not. Don't do that ever again. You scared the fuck out of me. Jesus Christ. Also, boys, here's my tweet. Feel free to go check it out. That almost gave me a heart attack.
Something that's been discussed very early on.
Yep.
And they added, I think, a system that's not great. I think there's a lot of flaws here. And some people might be like, well, it's better than nothing. And it's like, yeah.
Oh, my God. We all know who he's talking about there. We all know. Oh, better than nothing. Good God, man. It's like you can smell the Hoyoverse contract through the fucking monitor like it's jambalaya at a TikTok. Good God, man. I think I'd rather have nothing. Yeah, bro. I mean, to be honest, instead of being given a broken bike and being told, well, it's better than nothing, I'd rather just have nothing. That way it wouldn't make me sad because I have an unfunctioning bike. You know, like if somebody were to give me a fucking rotten sandwich, they, well, better than nothing. No, it's not. I would rather just not have that sandwich. I'd rather just have a fucking sandwich.
Yes, but if you were starving, a moldy sandwich is probably better than nothing, because if you don't eat it, you'll die.
Wait, did bro just... There's no shot. Wait, wait. The coincidence of that is crazy. Well, I wasn't even paying attention. Hold up, what?
People might be like, well, it's better than nothing. And it's like, yes, but if you were starving, a moldy sandwich is probably better than nothing, because if you don't eat it, you'll die. You know, it's like...
We're just same brain, man. We're actually just same fucking brain. That is actually pre-watched. You think I would have pre-watched this video 9 hours ago? I have multiple sources that can confirm I was asleep from then until now. Okay, there's no pre-watch bullshit.
I don't think you should make that argument of like, well, It's better than nothing.
Oh my God, I'm so glad we're on the same page. Wait, there's no way this is crazy. This is blowing my mind.
Yeah, this is a multi-billion-dollar company that should have tons of dedicated fans giving them feedback all the time.
I agree.
Answering, we want artifact loadouts. But they didn't go through with figuring out what kind of artifact loadouts we want.
Yep.
What? I feel like that is an absolute tragedy.
Yep.
Thank God, though, we can sort through our Serenity teapot and filter it and optimize it better. And make...
Oh, dude. Yeah, the Serenity Teapot. You know what was crazy? The Serenity Teapot was actually my favorite update for Genshin Impact ever. And then they just made the load limit so fucking low that you can't customize anything. And no matter what you do, it looks mid. And it drives me fucking insane. It is literally useless, unoperatable content because you cannot decorate. You cannot make it the way you want at all. Because you put in 3 pieces, oh, you're at the load limit. God forbid you put a fucking samurai pig in there. Oh, load limit, it's insane.
Make sure that all our companions will show their companion ranks. Thank God. Thank goodness it's easier to take pictures. Thank goodness we get a red dot to claim our daily commissions a little bit easier so we don't ever have to think. This is a beauty. We can make 15 more parties. Well, make 15 loadouts for my artifacts. You've already got the tech.
Oh, he's losing it. Oh, he's losing it, dude. Oh, no, bro. Give me the damn tech. Where the hell my artifact loadout? Put it in the game. It's already there. Oh, your verse just move it over. What's going on?
You've already got the tech. You've got the loadout tech. I choose this thing. I choose this thing. I choose this thing. Swap to it. You know how to do it already. All you had to do was apply it to the artifacts. It's not that hard.
No, yeah, it is. Because then they'd have to be used to giving players what they want versus random useless bullshit.
Anyways.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
I don't want to be that guy, but brutal.
Listen, man, you're not being that guy. Okay? You're doing a great job, MTash. Everybody appreciates what you're doing, man. You just gotta stop being so goddamn hard on yourself whenever you want to give the game a little bit of constructive criticism. Okay? Be it a little bit zesty, a little bit outrageous. You're fine. Everybody knows you're fine. And boys, go check out his video. Fucking banger content. I love MTash. Just give us the fucking things that we want from once Universe. For the love of God. Why does everyone hate Genshin Impact players? I am curious. Why? Why? What could it be? There's such a wholesome group of individuals. I see no reason to hate anybody who likes Genshin Impact. Okay, now these people who sexually identify as Hu Tao, you know? Okay, then I start drawing a line. These people who have Zhang Li working at McDonald's as their profile picture on Twitter. Okay, I get it. But why? Why does everyone hate Genshin players?
I was just sitting there gaming and whatnot, just playing the game. I don't remember exactly what game that I was playing. But while I was sitting there, I was bored, wondering to myself, just a random thought. Why do people actually hate Genshin the way they do? Genshin players. Everybody see Genshin players.
In my opinion, it's generally not Genshin players they hate. It's Genshin stans that they hate. One, because Genshin's very popular. It's popular to hate the popular thing. And two, they're so like quote unquote woke, right? And they're so overly offended by everything. Nobody likes anybody who gets that overly offended at everything they look at. Like, the fact that people got angry at me for not liking Yunjin singing, it's just like, bro, shut the up. And these people don't understand, like, how truly stupid they are. Or, like, saying characters are like, oh, this character's for lesbians only. It's just like, bro, shut the up, bro. Did you talk to them? Do you know them?
Is the exact same. Even people that don't even play games will see Genshin players the exact same way.
You look like someone who would play League of Legends. You look like a Genshin Impact enjoyer. Have you ever played that?
Fat, smelly, don't take showers, don't know the age of consent, literally everywhere. It's like a new League of Legends stepped into town.
Why do you think I had to get away from it? I refused to be known as the Genshin Impact guy when the reputation of the game was that bad. Do you know how much negative PR I got just for playing Genshin Impact? It was absurd, bro.
Or something. We're at a point in time where Genshin is kind of getting the My Hero treatment. The normal people at Genshin won't say, hey, yeah, I play Genshin, because they know the kind of backlash they'll get. It's not stupidly serious backlash, but you'll get that, you're cringe. You play Genshin? This is what people think of Genshin. Now, I'm not a guy who usually uses social media. I don't like social media. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, so on and so forth. I personally don't like to use any of it. I can see stuff that's going on in it, but I wouldn't spend my spare time surfing it. So out of boredom and curiosity, I decided to go on an adventure and find out things about Genshin and why people hate Genshin. Is there really a bunch of pedos on there? Is it really that bad? Well,
It's like everybody forgot what happened when Nahida came out. I have never seen more in my entire life than when Nahida was released and people were thirsting over a literal child. Bro, that, and I feel like people don't remember that. That is the reason why I stopped playing in Sumeru. Because there was so many freaks talking about Nahida, I was just like, oh my god, what the and I just did not want to be associated anymore. That shit was a nightmare stream. Nightmare stream.
Starting off all of this, let's just go back for a sec. Genshin released September of 2020. First day, there were 16 million players.
It's a lot of people.
Talking about you had huge streamers playing the game too, like Pokimane, XQC, bringing
They were sponsored.
even more attraction to the game. If you think about that, that's a shit ton of people that's already playing the game. Genshin is a lot of people's first gacha game and first anime game in general. Some people don't even watch anime, but they decided, all right, I'm gonna download Genshin. Before a bunch of people got on the game, people mainly hated Genshin because it was a quote-unquote Breath of the Wild copycat. Some of the people who were hardcore Breath of the Wild fans just saw Genshin as a copy of Breath of the Wild. They saw it as...
I mean, let's not pretend that it didn't take serious inspiration from Breath of the Wild, right? Like let's not pretend here.
As gacha anime Breath of the Wild, or Breath of the Wild with anime bitches inside of them. But the issue here is that a lot of the open world games was just starting to be labeled as Breath of the Wild copycat. Anytime there's open world, oh, they're trying so hard to be Breath of the Wild.
What is going on? Hold up. What in the bro? Bro, these people are still here. Jesus Christ. I mean, these people they're so disgusting. And it's not everybody. But my God, those who are them are so goddamn loud.
Wild. I never played Breath of the Wild, so I can't really have an opinion. After a certain amount of time, Breath of the Wild isn't the only thing that was a problem. It was also the fact that it's a gacha, and some people just absolutely hate gacha games. Some people say that there's too many kids inside of the game, or there's too many girls that look underage inside of the game, but then they pull she's actually 3,000 years old. Funny.
Actually, the guy said 500.
Enough, there actually is one character inside of the game that looks like a kid, but is actually 500 years old or something. Does that mean that you're allowed to loot her or whatever? No. Nope. Now, do people actually forget the age of consent inside of Genshin? Sadly, they do. There has been instances where somebody forgot the age of consent. I have two main people here. First is a guy who was a content creator. Really hard to find stuff on this guy. It's as if he never existed. Like, he got wiped off of the face of the internet. This guy here is Emery, or Amori. Amori was a guy who was growing pretty fast within the Genshin content creator space. He was getting between 200 to 300,000 views of video.
Wait, that's right. I called that out for being creepy as shit. Dude. And then I called that guy out, and then people gave me shit for it, saying I was causing drama. Bro, I remember that shit, bro. God damn, that was a while ago. Oh, dude. How the f*** is it drama when I'm calling out literal... Like, gee, how is it drama when I'm calling out abuse? Like, what the f*** is this dumb shit, man? I remember why I got so shaded at this goddamn community's interaction. It was so frustrating, man. It's like anybody who I went against, they would have the other person's back no matter what, just because Tectone bad.
देखते हैं भाई क्या कह रहा है भाई.
यार फिलहाल तंग ना कर उस्मान, इस टाइम पैसा कोल कोई नहीं हूँ, 2 दिन सबर कर, मैं तेरी वॉइस ठहर के सुनांदा.
हालात किसी के पास नहीं है भाई यार, ये तो है.
And they were so stupid they couldn't form a thought for themselves.
No,
Oh
no,
God,
no,
I'm getting second wave. I'm getting flashbacks, man. Holy shit, I'm getting angry again.
He was considered a comfort YouTuber. He didn't really do anything stupidly special besides just enjoy the game. In my eyes, at least. It was just, fun challenges and enjoying the game. But there was a problem, and that problem was him making sexual jokes towards, they call lolly. And lollies is just considered underage kid or underage girl. Lolly Khan is...
No, lolly means child in Japanese. That's all it is. Lolly means child.
A guy who's into little girls.
A lolicon means...
I'll get back to that later. This guy would sexualize the little kids inside of the games and also make sexual remarks towards them, but say that it was a quote-unquote joke about it. It didn't really get stupidly serious until like a day later. He went from growing rapidly fast to declining within a 2-day span. One of the mistakes that he made was having kid characters' thighs as a thumbnail. Literally their thighs as a thumbnail. And it was really obvious that it was the kids because you can see the clothes of the characters inside of there. There's also people coming out talking about how he's exposing minors to CP inside of his server, like lolly hentai and other stuff like that. There's some people that actually came out about it, saying their experiences with the guy and what he said and did inside of the server. This guy was 21 at the time. He was asking minors and whatnot for lewds and nudes and sexually talking to them. He also apparently did some weird poll about Klee, Dion, and Chi-Chi, which all three are kid characters. He made apology video, and he also talked about deleting his Discord server within an hour. His apology video wasn't as much as an apology. It was just him sitting.
उन्हें काम नहीं चलाते यार मैं चल जाएगा बस वो सही है का फूफा ने नहीं जा रहा मैं की करा मेरे को समय लग दी भाई
यार फिलहाल कोई पैसा नहीं उस्मान मैं बंदियां ਨੂੰ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੇਣੇ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹਫਤਾ ਤੰਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆ ਤੂੰ ਪਿੰਡ ਨਿਕਲ ਆ ਕੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਖਰਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੰਗ ਨਾ ਕਰੀ
खड्डे का काट 1 रुपया भी नहीं काट पे यार 200 दान जोगा भी भाई
Just him sitting there saying he's stressed and he can't take it anymore. So he won't be making any more videos and whatnot. Here is the video.
Hey everyone, you can read the text if you want. This will probably be my last video because honestly, I'm too stressed to keep doing this. I just want to thank you all for the support. Sorry, but this video is not going to be very interesting.
Now, absolutely no one accepted this guy's apology. Not a singular person said, it's okay. In fact, they shit on him even more and made fun of him. It was so bad to the point where he had to turn off the dislikes and the comments inside of there. And then, like, 5 hours later, he just deleted the entire channel. Even the biggest content creator at the time, Bwop, came out and said something about Amori. I used to watch some of your videos and I thought you were a good player, but you used your Discord and platform to groom minors. Once Amori disappeared off of the face of the internet, just kind of forgot about him. But there is speculation that this guy here, Four Leaf, is Amori undercover or something like that. I don't know. There's no like definitive proof that it is him. It won't bother me. This is editing, Naruto, and I lied. I actually decided to check up on this channel a little bit. Turns out that it actually is Amori. This is his other channel that he's been uploading to. It's not stupidly frequent that he uploads, but he's still alive and uploading. I checked his YouTube live, sounds exactly like him. And then you also have these comments. So do what you will with that. This person actually...
Let's see how he's doing. What do you think his latest upload is, guys? 99.9% crit rate Klee. Klee solos Raiden Shogun. What the... Live with your own fate.
Witness the power of Gua.
And people just forgot. Not a single comment. Or they don't know. Bro, that shit is creepy, bro. That makes me sick.
actually works for Hoyoverse, the game developers of Genshin. The voice actor, he was the Chinese voice actor for Bird of a character, Bird inside of the game named Oz. Now what this guy did, I'm not 100% sure if he spoke to minors, did have relationships with multiple women while inside of a marriage.
Minors, guys, let's not confuse that with former minors. Very big difference, okay? Everyone on Earth is a former minor or a current minor. He was talking to current minors. Big difference.
Marriage only lasted for 1 month. He was inside of a marriage for 1 month and then rizzed up some girls with his in-game voice. Fangirl was even on the verge of committing after knowing his true nature. He's quite a famous voice actor. However, the scandal led to the cancellation of his contracts with many game companies and media houses. This one was quick and easy. It was real fast. However, the most recent voice actor, this guy got way out of line. This is probably the cringiest part of the entire video. The entire Genshin online community is really bad, but this one guy, I think he deserves a medal just for how bad he really is. My man Elliot over here, which was the Tainari voice actor for English. Now this guy got caught with multiple minors, not just one or two, but multiple. His strategy for keeping them
Bro was going for diamonds to prepare for the nether, man. What the was he doing with so many miners, dude? Holy shit.
quiet would be, just manipulating them and giving him self-pity. He would talk about cutting himself, or, he's gonna commit suicide if they do so-and-so, making them feel guilty as if they have to stay there and try to comfort him and, keep talking to him. Otherwise, something bad would happen to him. They would feel guilty of it. So Elliot stooped down so low to the point where he made sexual remarks about an 8-year-old to the 8-year-old's sister or brother. It said she left giggling to make more jokes. Elliot asked me who was that. I told him she was my little sister. He said she would produce cute moans. I swear to God, my world shattered when I hear him. He kept saying lewd things that he imagined how it would be to have me and my sister under his touches. I honestly don't know how you even think of this stuff. It's like you don't think before you speak. I'm not gonna read too much of this because this is some next level cringe. This is an official voice actor for the hit game Genshin Impact. I see you, I'm gonna fight so hard. I think I read enough for that guy. She replies, oh haha, I'm more into girls actually, so I don't really like that sort of stuff. He says, that's okay, I don't mind. I think that's pretty hot. You're allowed to girls, just make sure she's hot. He says, you do know I'm 13, right? 13 question mark? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. What the is wrong with me? I'm gonna cut myself, sorry. When he got exposed and it was just spreading like wildfire on Twitter, he went to another minor that he was talking to, saying, you're not talking to anyone about this, right? Sorry, buddy. Exposed the entire world. What makes this even more funny and amazing, Sven said, what do you want me to do for your forgiveness? You used to wrong your. She proceeds to correct his your. I love it. And said, you're nothing without me. Good luck getting this out because I'm deleting it. He did make an apology on Twitlonger, but the apology.
Do you know how easy it is to just not be a? It's actually really easy. I mean, it is so easy to just not do that. This is crazy. You want me to tell you the first step to not being a guys? The first step: uninstall Genshin Impact. All right, let's keep going on with the video.
Was ass. The apology meant nothing. No one cared for the apology. Not a single person accepted the apology. Alright, so that was pretty much the, people who work for Hoyo and content creator side. Let's talk about the whole community now, which gets bullied the most. Now, real quick, there was a case of a man trying to stab a Hoyo employee or a Hoyo staff member. But this actually wasn't because of Genshin Impact, but it had to do with Honkai Impact. When I first heard of this a while ago, I thought
they put bunny skins in Honkai Impact thirds. They said, death to Dway! Oh, bro, these people are nuts. It's no, nuts don't touch it. Nuts don't touch it. These people are insane, bro. They are actually insane.
It had to do with Genshin, but apparently it really has to do with Honkai. Now, this thing wasn't exactly big. Now, the thing I'm going to speak of has to do with Moga or Mogati. It used to be previously known as Mogati. I made a video before titled Triple Lolly Gameplay. It was Klee, Diona, and Chi-Chi on an adventure. It was absolutely nothing sexual going on. Right. What Genshin players like to do is they like to lynch people who says the word lolly. They automatically assume lolly to be short for lolicon, which doesn't make any sense because if you call a lolly, now you're saying.
Yeah, I remember when I was trolling X-Lice and I got X-Lice to say that he likes lollies, but just because I said lolly, people were down my throat. It was the most cringe shit because the problem is, also, it's a good pause, right? The problem is that people in the community are bored, so they're actively looking for people to try to quote unquote cancel because they have nothing better to do with their lives. It is insane. And then they have their favorites where they actively suck the dick of their favorites, and their favorites are pigeonholed into a corner to where if they slip up one time, they realize that everything will come crashing down. And it is just absolutely pathetic, these people.
That they're a lolicon, which you're calling them the That doesn't make sense. I've explained this before. Since it's a whole nother language, of course there's gonna be some mistranslation and other stuff like.
I mean, if saying the word lolly makes you a, then I guess every single time a Korean person says the word hi, they must, or happy, they must be a racist.
That, especially when there's idiots on the internet who researches absolutely nothing. It's like how you say cis, but there's also ciscon, so do you saying cis just automatically mean you're into your sister or something like that? Doesn't really make any sense, does it? Boga goes inside of his comment section, he's like, some of y'all need to lighten up. I've seen the term lolly used way more just as a simple descriptor, as I'm doing here. You got idiots, they're not lollies, they're children.
That's the same word, bro. That is quite literally the same word. Have I seen this? What is this? Wait, why not give it out everyone in the Hawkeye Star? Because if you use your brain for once, you would know that X person gives more 10 than 10 polls. Oh my god, just shut the f up.
Really odd.
Gotcha, not yet. Jeez, just shut the f up.
Just said they're not little girls, they're children. Now Moga, he simply deleted the video after a while. I don't know exactly how long. I can't find that. I don't think he made an apology. If I remember correctly, he did say sorry about it inside of another video, but it.
Oh my god, then these bend in need of their dumb shit. Do they not, dude? Do you know how bad it is that these people apologize for that? Because then that gives people power to think, oh, I did the right thing, and then they can do that shit to other people. You cannot apologize for something you did that was not wrong, because that is going to negatively affect everybody else who says the same thing that isn't causing a problem, and then these people get the satisfaction of ruining one person's life, so then they try to do it again, bro. I cannot tell you how much harm Genshin Impact content creators have done by apologizing for harmless acts that they did and fueling the fire of the mob. It is insane. Nice ass.
Wasn't a whole video dedicated to it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I honestly do not know. He might have actually apologized. I think he did, but I'm just not 100% sure. Now this
He most likely did, like everybody else. But the real crazy thing is, I need to pass. Give me a second.
Community is something really special. Something is definitely wrong with the online vocal part of the community.
Absolutely.
As I've said before, the people who just sit there quietly and play the game. I've met some of those people, and those people are actually normal people. They don't do anything out of line.
I've only had a handful of bad experiences with Genshin Impact players, but that's because they've been brainwashed by other people on like the part of the community or these dumb content creators they're convinced that I'm the next Adolf. You know, I mean, sure, I've been called a couple slurs in real life. You know, I've had a couple people try to avoid me, you know, creators and players alike, but that's okay, man. That's okay. One day, the truth will be revealed, and when it does, everything is gonna explode. And I sit here waiting because I'm excited because it's gonna happen soon. And when it does, boys, one day the lightness will be shown in the dark, and oh my god, is that gonna be a good day.
Or anything, they just simply sit there, enjoy game, and then continue on with their day. The other people who don't go outside and don't use any kind of brain cell, those are the weirdos. I'm talking about, you got people on TikTok making songs about killing content creators.
Type one of you remember this shit. People say I cause drama. Imagine that shit. Imagine that shit.
You have bomb threats going to content creators, death threats going to content creators.
Yep.
There was a bomb threat that went out to a content creator. I don't remember the exact reason why this person got a bomb threat. Atsu, or Asian guy, got a bomb threat. It's like, hey, yeah, pipe bomb inside of your mailbox, by the way. Haha. You have a
It just went a bomb. It just went a bomb. I don't know. I was feeling silly. What the heck? I was just feeling a little bit silly.
surprise in your PO box. I covered this inside of the video that I made about Genshin Twitter a long time ago, but it's really not just content creators that has to go through this. It's also people who obviously work for Hoyo. Voice actors for
And also normal players who have to be lumped in with the rest of these freaks.
यार वो ना भाई कहते हैं
It's a
पैसे नहीं होते तो
goddamn
आप जाके
shame.
हो आओ
Now,
आके
I
फिर आप
will
पैसे मिलेंगे
say,
इंशाल्लाह
I don't know if it's
2
because
दिन
I've
तक
distanced myself very far away from the community or if they've gotten better, but I have heard a lot less problems lately. So maybe it's healing, but probably not.
Characters that's bad inside of the game, they have it tough. Instead of players being like, I hate this character, they instead go take their anger out on the person who voiced the character, which the person who voiced the character has nothing to do with the power of that character. It's like they remember, this character is fictional, so I can't take my anger out on this character. So instead, I'm gonna take my anger out on the person who voices the character. The Chinese voice actress for Kokomi got harassed so badly to the point where she restricted chat inside of her stream. Another voice actress that ended up getting harassed was the voice actress for Dory. And then you have morons who tries to cancel a fictional character because of their ancestors, not even because.
Then when I got called racist because I thought Diona and Dory looked similar, like, bro, what? They're two small children with the same build, with the same hair color, who like, bro, what? Like, how do Dory and Diona not look the same? You were not called racist? Oh, yeah? Yeah, you think so? Oh, okay. Oh, who are you? The head of the Genshin community? You remember? Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right, man. You're probably, you know what? You're probably John Genshin. You're right. Yeah, you're omnipotent. Yeah, you clearly know what I went through. Yeah, that's right.
Because of the character story, but because of the ancestors. And if you want that character, you're supporting what their ancestors did. A character named Eula ancestors, they actually owned slaves, apparently. And so people wanted to cancel Eula and dislike Eula because of that. Racism is a thing inside of the community, too.
Oh my god, bro, the Genshin community hates white people so much. I mean, oh my god. Dude, the Genshin community hates white people so much. It is horrible, bro. It is horrible. Rightfully so. You're gonna have to clarify that one for me, big guy. You're gonna have to clarify that one. Okay, here we go. Yeah, no, here we go. Oh, that's a classic. All right, Jesus.
It's most definitely a thing. A character is either too white or not dark enough. I've seen people make other characters who's not even black.
I'll be real, man. I remember when. Well, it's not even the Genshin community. It's kind of like the gacha community in general. Like the hate for whites in the gacha community is insane. Like I remember when when a official mod recommended people to not watch me because I was white, and recommended people to watch other non-white creators. And like the amount of times I would do anything, the amount of Twitter comments I'd see with hundreds, thousands of likes being like, "Sigh, are we surprised that he's white, guys?" And people were like, "Yes, cook him, burn the white man, yes, get him, cook him." Oh my God, so ridiculous. And you know what's crazy? You ever see anybody call that shit out? Absolutely not. It is ridiculous.
I can go black and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, she or he looks so good in black." I think the worst of them all, though, is the shippers. The people who ship characters are by far the worst. They are some real weirdos. People who think that, you know, every character is gay, lesbian, or something like that, and if you were to ship them with the opposite sex, you would actually get harassed pretty badly. You even put a portal.
You can't jerk off to Shenha or Yaimiko. You're for lesbians only. You're them. What in the are these people talking about? Like, these people are just absolutely insane.
Quote lesbian character with a guy inside of the same frame, dog, they will riot. "Oh, that person's a lesbian." There is nothing on the character being lesbian. Not a single thing. You thought.
Yeah, but I want them to be. So, now what? Your move, Naruto. Your move.
You were gonna get lynched for saying the word lolly? No. You're gonna get absolutely crucified if you were to try to ship a quote-unquote lesbian
damn, this gameplay is
character
miserable.
with a male. Try shipping Ye with Ayato. To be honest, I don't think this community is filled with a bunch of I just think that it's filled with a bunch of idiots. A lot of people inside of this community that's just
are so beyond stupid, it's ridiculous. And anybody who tries to break their disillusionment must be stopped.
they need to have their internet access revoked. Some people just have too much freedom on the internet, man. So do I think there's a reason to actually hate this community? Yes, 100% I do. I believe that there.
Now, what's nice is that we get to have our very own nice community on my twitch.tv/Techtone. But then the other problem is these other dumb content creators like, oh, it's an echo chamber. They all believe what he says like he's some supreme ruler. And I'm just like, bro, every Twitch chat's a echo chamber. Every Reddit's a echo chamber. Like, yeah, imagine that, bro. All the people here like the person they're watching. Oh my God. Insane, man. I mean, these people are so, and the crazy thing is that some of these people still think these people are smart for saying that shit. It's insane, bro. To deny that the Genshin community has issues is nuts. It is nuts. And the other crazy thing is that I really love, all of these problems I predicted. And people got so angry when I called them out. They got so angry when they said, oh no, it's not going to happen. And then everything that I said was going to happen happened. And now look at where we are, man. Look at where we are. Absolutely pathetic.
There is a serious reason to think that this community is really bad. But as I said before, it's because of the people who's way loud, like the louder people are the weirdos. So
and the fact that these CCs fear to speak up against them is just ridiculous.
There's other big games and, big anime.
Do you like mayonnaise? No, because it's white.
Shows, whatever, and the community isn't incredibly.
If that was on Twitter, I'd have 5,000 likes.
Weird. But sadly, this game just had to get a bunch of weirdos, man. That's just how it is. If you're gonna play this game, then, just keep to yourself. Ignore the people online. It's a solo game. It's a PvE game. You can sit there and enjoy the game by...
It's PvE, but not on the forums. Let me tell you why. Anime. Weirdos. Gotcha. Those. Combine them into one. Who covers the game a lot? VTuber fans. Weirdos. Triple threat, absolute disaster scenario, and thusly Genshin Impact. It is horrifying.
There was other stuff that I could have put inside of the video, but I don't think that YouTube would like that. That's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, take your anger out on the like button and sub button. See you again next time.
Actually, a good video. If you want to go check out Naruto, he makes good videos. He's right here. Yeah, I mean, it's just embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing. I hope in the future it continues to get better. Like, I'm being painfully optimistic, and I do think it's heading in the right direction. But we will see. And these other people saying, oh man, it's because Techtone went away. There's been no problems. It's like, bro, one content creator does not ruin a community. Just shut the up. They're looking for any scapegoat they possibly can. And by the way, I wasn't playing when Tainari was exposed as a... So whose fault is that? If you think that's my fault, you're nuts. These people just look for any reason just to be a shithead and justify their own actions. It is just...
Okay, this live is
now, that being said, I do...
I'm saying to goodbye this live stream.